Thanks for tuning in to Campaigns of the Plains channel. Catch new material every Friday on YouTube and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Now, on with the show.
And welcome to episode 6 of Campaigns of the Plains. We would like to recap the cubbyhole. Do you cap a cubbyhole?
Marquise did.
We fed a lot of bears. We didn't, but some of us didn't know they were bears. But we had a good time. And Becky signed her soul away to the devil. And Marquise met some friends. And we all had a good time playing on the bed together. That's what I remember.
Is that what we're calling it? Okay.
Yep. Totally innocent fun.
Alright.
In a fine, normal establishment.
I mean, does anybody else want to add to that?
Nah, fuck.
Sure. We snuck over to the cubbyhole to hide out from the guards. We found a bunch of scantily clad men in this establishment, a few women, there was a fight going on in that pit. There was Brutus, a cleric, and what appeared to be a bear, but was actually some corrupted fiend. Some of the party went around getting drinks or trying to find out how they could fight a bear, and others sought accommodations. After a while, it was discovered by a couple of our members that the bears were the gentlemen dancing and drinking and making out in the corner. There were some people who were kind of making advances towards people of the party, namely a human and an elf looking at Becky. We got a room, which a big, ostentatious, round sex bed, and other accessories throughout the room, including a sling. We found out that Haywood is where the Temple of Garuda is at, and that is a short distance from where Ellie lives. And the Joker appeared out of nowhere and said really ought to gather info. She wouldn't answer my question, so I kind of blacked out on that. But anyway, then later that night, as everyone was settling down, I had a dream about an old figure from my past who told me to take the black. And then another figure appeared in my dreams, Kate Sith, who I'm going to call Kit Kat from now on. They led me to a creature known as Diabolos, where I signed a pact with him in exchange for doing a favor for him somewhere down the line. He would give me immense power. And then we found out that Marquise has a bunch of fans, and some came knocking and wanted his autograph. And it woke Becky up and pissed her off. I think that's like the majority right there.
Yeah, so you guys got your long rest in. Morning comes decently swift, and you hear a knock at the door, and you hear a male voice on the other end go, are you guys ready for breakfast?
I'll make a star.
I get out of the bed and I wander over to the door.
As you're wandering over to the door, you look to your side and you see that Becky's just waking up off her bedroll, but there's something on Becky's chest, sitting on Becky's chest, like looking at Becky, and you realize it's a cat. It's a black cat.
Mickey,
Oh,
when did you get a kitty?
Last night, I snuck out and got some tattoos too.
Oh, I did that too. Not last night, just in my lifetime.
Okay. Hey, Kit Kat, what's up?
And you see this cat just like peers at you with resting bitch face, and you hear its voice in your head, but everybody else just hears meow. And it says, "I'm here to keep an eye on you to make sure you follow through."
Like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Poppy, go make friends.
Poppy hisses at the black cat, and the black cat hisses back.
Poppy, that's not nice. Don't hiss.
I hiss at Poppy.
You're a human, don't hiss!
You see that the black cat has a white belly and a little bit of a white snoot, and it has this little golden crown on its tail.
You're an interesting kitty. I hold my hand out to it so it can sniff me before I pet it.
It kind of turns its head toward her, like away from you, but then does that cat thing where it rubs up against your legs.
Oh, I give it scrooches under the chin.
It doesn't want it. It leaves after it's done its full circle and has its nose kind of in the air.
I'd be speak, kitty. Can I hear this
Mhm.
cat? I'd be speak. Can I hear this cat?
Do you tell Becky that you can hear this cat?
Okay. Understand this cat? Okay.
You
probably think that
absolutely
everyone can understand it.
I go open the door.
Okay. You open the door and there is the guy. He's a rather big build, beefy build. And he has a leather kilt on, marking him as one of the workers. And he has this giant, silver platter. And he's like, I think I heard that there was quite a few of you in here.
Oh yes, me and all of my new friends. And I just open the door wide and let them in.
Okay. Yeah.
And our
he-
pets.
That's a little weird. And he's like, but I'm gonna ask questions.
Wait, but gesture to the cat on the bed and the glowing cat, or the glowing cat on the bed and the black cat. What about Dirk?
Dirk's sticking his head out, flicking his toes that he smells food. Right. Okay. I'm gonna set this here, and I'm gonna
We
leave.
had a lovely time.
I'm sure you did.
Yes, thank you.
So, okay. Yep. Thanks. And he's kind of.
We spun in the bed.
I'm sure you did do some spinning.
We did. We did. Thank you.
Okay, and he leaves and closes the door slowly and looks at you through the crack as he does.
It's that. I still have my small clothes. We're all not dressed either.
Yeah, he kind of gave the room all around and saw everything hanging from the sling and bedroll, and he saw the pillow stuffed into one of the holes he knows is in the wall.
Who's hungry? I open the tin.
So it's got a variety of very beautifully cut fruits and cured meats.
Escape brunch.
What's that?
Escape brunch.
Yeah, exactly. There's
Just a
mimosas.
Just a Tuesday.
Yeah. There's a picture of mimosas.
Oh, this kind of juice.
As you start imbibing the mimosa. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's got a little bit of something extra to it, but it tastes like orange juice.
Something wrong with this orange.
Nothing wrong with it, girl.
Let's just go like this.
4 months.
So we should go to the bookstore today and get information. I don't know what you meant by that, but he said it seriously, so I'll say it seriously too.
food, and Dirk's eating some of the food as well.
I don't know if Poppy needs to eat, but I offer.
She doesn't.
I guess you're not really alive. But you are.
I offer it to the kitty, the black kitty.
Cat turns its nose up,
Come on. It smells like fruit.
starts cleaning itself.
Don't like
I dangle some cured meat in its direction.
It immediately snatches it up.
Oh, yes, carnivore, yes. I knew that.
Jericho's going to have to share his meat that I give him with the new cat.
Yes.
But Kaysen eats it like very finely, like taking little bits of it and like making sure nobody else is touching it.
Becky, your cat acts just like you.
Yeah, it's nothing like me. I'm better.
Okay, let's go to the library. The
What's
bookstore. The book.
With the library?
The library
Bookstore?
that you pay for.
Okay.
There's another knock
What?
that comes at your door. You do hear, feel that familiar twinge again, Becky, as someone pops in.
Oh, good. Joker's here. Around.
It's Joker.
Yeah. What do we owe them? Right?
Oh no.
Bro.
Why are you here?
I'm here with your party.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to leave without it?
I
Fuck it, who cares?
I forgot from the time I saw you yesterday until I woke up because some things happened.
And he looks around the room and sees now that your clothes are still up on the swing, and he's like, I'm sure it did.
Oh, yes, I found out Marquise was famous, and he has books written about him.
Yeah.
He gave somebody an autograph.
Okay. Your fans here at the cubbyhole.
I suppose.
Fair enough.
I'm a fan, and I'm at the cubbyhole.
Thanks.
But are you a fan of the cubbyhole?
That's a very nice place. Very Beautiful. The room was nice. A lot of pages. Huh?
The Russell Berry.
Russell Bear.
And the best thing.
Yeah, this is definitely a high-class establishment.
They have a place for us to hang our clothing?
Yeah, that's what that's for.
That's what Ash used it for.
Oh, poor Asher.
Well, great. Glad you have this. I have to get to my lab.
I would still be careful and wary of the guards. Zira is
Oh,
not happy with the pardon.
I am not going to take the front door. In fact, no one should take the front door anywhere, even with the pardons anymore.
So we are only backdoor people.
Oh,
That's the first time I've ever heard a term for.
Or you. Yes!
Backdoor.
The backdoor people!
honey, every word out your mouth is like this glorious accidental invention that just leads you down a trail of pity and despair.
Well, it sounded like a compliment, and then it sounded like an. So I think I'm offended. But I still like you.
Oh, but you're so sweet.
Okay.
One other thing, as Joker hands you the giant piece of parchment with your pardons. He's like, keep this safe while you're in the city.
I open up the bag that is empty, but is full, and then I put it in there.
Disappears down into black nothingness.
Oh no, it's gone. I lost it.
Just think of it the next time you want it.
Oh, with the money.
Yes.
Does it just work for the money? Works for other things too?
Works for.
I take one of the decorative pillows and I just like.
Does not fit in the opening. The opening is only about this big.
I guess if you tried to stuff the pillow into
Take
the
roll the pillow and squeeze all the air out of it.
Sure. We'll say you have one decorative pillow from the cubby in your inventory.
It's a good souvenir.
One decorative cubby
Went to the
pillow.
cubby hole and all I got.
Putting this in my notes.
Yes.
There's worse things you could get at the cubby hole. So be proud.
Right.
Plus 1. Okay. It's in my notes.
All right. And he says one other thing. Thought we should stay in contact if you would ever need me. So, I got you all of these, and he kind of reaches into the breast pocket of his robes, and he pulls out what looks to be 6 earrings with pearls attached to the end of them.
It's not really my color, but I guess whatever.
My ears are pierced.
They can be.
Oh yeah, your ears are up here.
Even
What
group.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have ears.
they do have ear holes underneath the horns.
I'll just say.
Yep. Just gonna jam it right into the skull.
Earrings.
What that?
So.
And he's like, you can tie it to your horns.
You can get a drill, just
Somehow it works.
However, you would like to. Yes. Anyway.
Is there somewhere for me to get my ear pierced in town?
I pierce your ear for you as I look at my claws and look at my pinky and start to heat it up, and I just get in there real quick with my hot nail.
that
It would make
is
a hole.
awful idea. Actually, Escher might have better supplies, like the forge.
Very possible.
What? Will you pierce my ear?
Do you want me to?
I don't know how else to wear this.
Just fit in your ear.
We tie it around your ear? Just at the base?
Let's go get our ears pierced.
Okay.
So.
Oh gosh, that should be
Yeah. I don't have a very good dexterity. I'm gonna cut your ears off.
good.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up with a hole punch.
Yeah. Bandages.
Great. Well, how about you go get your ears pierced, and afterward I'll meet you at the bookstore
Where you going?
to my lab.
He's gonna backdoor into his lab.
It's gonna go through the roof, but
Oh, but is there a hole in your roof? You should get that patched.
no, there's a door on the roof that I was going to go into.
Oh, okay.
People don't pay attention to rooftops.
They should. It's important to make sure they're maintained.
We're not gonna get into this.
Anyway, these are link pearls, if you did not know.
I don't know what that means.
It means that you can speak to me directly.
Can we speak to each other?
No.
Oh.
I'm kidding. Yes, that's how link pearls
And you
work.
see as she's literally just getting ready to dump the whole earring into the bag.
Yes, you may speak to each other over very short distances.
It's an earring, right?
Up to 100 feet.
No, I'm asking you. It's an earring.
It isn't.
It has an end, right? A
Yeah.
sharp, pointy end.
Yep.
She stabs it in her ear.
Well, I mean, that's one way to do it. Yeah.
Go ahead and make me sleight of hand.
Her ears pierced. What's this? I might harm myself. I'll say, oh, 17.
You managed to stick it right through the ear with a little.
And then I, just use a little bit of healing to heal it up so it doesn't get infected.
All right. Everybody's like, okay, do that somewhere else. I'm going to leave now.
Okay.
Do you want me to do yours?
Okay, go for it.
He closes the door and then he's like, I'm not staying here to watch this.
Maybe a little bit. Just.
Go ahead and make me another sleight of hand check.
This is the most hardcore I've ever seen. Oh no.
What did you get?
Oh no.
So instead of you grab Din's ear like this, and you're like, all right, I got this. And instead of like right through here, you manage to pierce it like up through here,
Oh, how? That's
like
edgy.
right through the middle of the ear. And it's kind of dangling there, and you're like, oh.
It's called Dave. Yep. Is it here?
It's like right here.
I put the end back on and I'm like, I really know how. I don't have those kind of ears, so it looks okay to me. Okay.
I think
I think just like, oh no.
Does anyone else need the ears pierced?
Now, I'll go see a jeweler.
It feels a little like bobs against like the lobe of your ear, and you're like, huh, is that how that's supposed to feel? Okay.
I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You should go with Becky.
It's supposed to be mine, but
yeah, no,
Read yours.
no, you don't.
You should do.
I think that a second try would be better.
Okay.
You want me to do yours? Okay.
how lucky do you feel?
Because I think that what happened was
What happened? Oh, never mind. You gotta.
Before you finish that sentence,
Oh no! I didn't show her my ears though.
so before you're like, human, he's got human ears. She just like gets it. Before you even begin to pull your hair, she just like right through your cheek.
Yeah.
So now there's a
Just a
pearl hanging
just
off your
right
cheek.
here.
Yeah.
This. I assume he would flinch and he will take his hat off and he go, but my ears are up here. And you'll see his bunny ears. He's got small bunny ears on the top of his head. I was like, I thought you'd be a little more familiar with these. I did. Thank you.
She just wants on your cheek. There's a little bit of
Yeah.
goes down. We'll see you take 1 point of piercing damage.
Okay.
I just put it back in his hand, and I'm like, maybe you should go with Becky.
You do.
Familiar with anyone else's ears but my own.
Yeah.
Well, this was brilliant. I'm going to leave now. Anyone who wishes to come may join me.
It's all real.
All right.
Let's go.
Come on, cat. And I head out of the back door of the cubby hole.
Going with them to the jeweler?
Yeah, I want to go find a jeweler. Yeah.
But is Milos going with you?
Yes, I will come with you. Even though my ears probably already pierced. I would want to come with the group because I don't know where the bookstore is or the jeweler.
All right. So you kind of have to ask around a little bit about a jeweler. But you do pull my list of stores up here.
Yeah.
All right. So you have to ask around a little bit. But you finally do manage to find a recommended jeweler. It's not too far actually from the bookstore, actually. So you kind of know which one to kind of point the party in direction of as well. But this one is the Jeweled Chalice.
Okay. I would go over and go in once we find it.
So you go in and there's a little bell on top of the door that sounds when you do open the door. It's a very small shop from what you see on the outside. It doesn't need to be huge, but it does have a couple of display cases up where like a register would be.
Mhm.
There is actually a very ornately covered aura that is working the store. She is kind of covered head to toe with different like gold chains, and her horns are adorned with like gold rings, and she's got a nose piercing that also goes to an ear with a chain. So she's got quite a bit of jewelry, man.
I think I kind of like stare at her for a while before like kind of going up to the counter and saying, "Oh my God, you look like me."
What?
I'm sorry. It's just I've never met someone who looks like you.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm not originally from here. I'm from the Oasis, so
The
the
Oasis?
correct.
But where I'm from, you know?
Oh, so do you know each other?
Immediately looks to you, and she like her eyes get really wide, Milos, and she immediately like kneels down on one knee.
Obviously, she recognizes me.
How?
Just get,
Well, how fortunate.
get up.
I don't understand. Why is she kneeling?
No reason.
And she immediately like starts to kind of fawn over you, Milos, and she's like, "I never expected anyone from the royal family would come to the city and come to my shop."
Milos?
You're royal.
No, I'm not a prince. It really isn't. My aunt is the queen.
That
Oh,
is amazing.
yeah, that's pretty badass.
Amazing people. A prince? A celebrity?
No, I don't like to flaunt part of me. There's more to me than being royal family adjacent.
Yeah, but there doesn't have to be. You could just choose on that.
But I don't.
Whatever. Oh, hey, Miss. Excuse me, Miss.
Yes.
We came here for some piercings. Miss Hack and Slash over there botched them, so we'd like something proper done.
She kind of looks over at Ellie and is like, "Looks like she did a wonderful job." As she looks at the earring in her ear, she just says, "The only thing is that it's backwards, my dear.
Oh! I
The link
fixed
pearl
it.
goes the other way."
I fix it. I didn't know. I'm new to the piercing scene. Oh, she's my ear.
Yeah, she just like looks at you and is like,
I'm not familiar with those kind of ears.
"Understandable. Let's help you out." Very much so. She immediately motions you over. She's got a little parlor with a seat for you to sit in. And she says, "Here, sit here, my dear."
Whatever.
She takes a little, little like, little bowl and pours a little bit of liquid in, and like dabs a little bit of cotton in, and she like pulls the earring out of your cartilage and like immediately starts to dab it with like some sort of alcohol. She says, "This will take some time to heal if it heals at all."
So cool.
And
Stick another ear in there.
yeah. You shouldn't allow it to heal if you can. She dips the end of the earring in the liquid again, and she grabs your earlobe and very deftly puts it in the right spot.
feel like I look at him and go, "Oh, they're clip-ons."
This isn't the way to do it at all. But yeah, you don't feel anything but a small pinch, and then she's like, "Okay, you're done."
Easy. Can I have some more?
Certainly. I charge full copper for my services.
Can you do anything with horns?
I can. As she points to her horns.
I want to ring on that horn. Just like that Minotaur had one.
You just say Minotaur?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I couldn't do one of that size. Obviously, your horns are okay. Like, and she points to like one of hers, and she has a ring.
Oh yeah.
She tells you to go over and pick one out. She has a small glass cabinet that you can pick one out of.
Do you have armbands?
I do.
I would like armbands.
You may go and peruse. What I
Every episode.
I just like it's like just clubbing and shopping.
But yeah, she looks over at the rest of you. Does anyone else need any piercings?
Yes, over here.
She tells you to sit in the same seat Din was in, and within seconds she has the link pearl through your ear, no problem.
Do you have anything to kind of match the other side?
Links are very expensive.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't have to be real. Just, something that kind of makes it valid.
Well, you could go and peruse my selection of earrings, and we could do your other side.
Okay. I'll look around.
And she looks at Milos and Asher, and was like, "Do the rest of you need piercings?" And then she looks at Milos, and she's like, "Oh, of course not. Sorry, I apologize."
You're fine.
She starts, like, looking like she wants to get down and bow again, but then, like, thinks better of it when you're like, "No,
You're good.
we don't do that thing here." But she looks at Asher and is like, "Would you?"
Yeah, that like wipes the wound on his face. Yeah, I think I need a second shot.
And she's like, "Oh no, and she, like, points over at Ellie, like, very, like, trying to hide that she's pointing at Ellie. And she's like, "Oh, sit up here," and I go take
Good
care
job of my ears.
Yeah.
She takes a little bit of the solution, rubs it against your face, and cleans it up, and tries to clean it as best she can. And then within a couple seconds, you take his cap off.
Yeah.
So in a couple seconds, she has your ear pierced as well. So who is looking for what in? You're looking for an armlet.
And I'm looking for armlets and ear tufts. Like the little tiny ones that, like...
Yeah, that just kind of top on the
Yeah.
ear. Yeah. She has gold, silver, bronze.
I think I do gold.
So a gold cup would be a gold piece. And the armlet itself that she has, it is kind of this thicker armlet band, more of a band than anything else that would go around your arm. And it kind of has a little bit of working in it where it looks like floral patterns.
I love it. I buy it. I get that, and I get a couple of cuffs to stick on the opposite ear, like at the top from where the lip pearl is.
How many cups are you getting? 2? So it'd be 2 gold, and then the armlet itself is going to be 20 gold.
Okay. 20 gold.
She takes your gold, and you now have some jewelry.
You got jewelry.
Someone should take that. She's just spending all of it.
Anybody else looking for you? You wanted another? What's that?
Yeah, I just want for my horn.
Ring for the horn. So she has one that's kind of matching the band that Ellie's picked out. Looks like she does mostly floral patterns with the armor. So yeah, band around the horn. She's gonna have to heat it up and place it on your horn a little bit. So she says it's probably going to be about 3 gold.
3 gold.
So the band will be like this. she has you sit in a chair after she does it, and you see as she actually casts heat metal on the band itself, and she takes a glove to grab it, and she pushes it down whatever side you want of your horn. You don't feel anything. It's your horn. It cools within seconds.
So cool.
But it is on there now. And then Becky was looking for another pearl to maybe match the other side.
Yeah, a pearl or something that would kind of match the existing one.
Make an investigation check as you're looking through.
Investigation, that's going to be a 22.
So there's pearls, obviously, just regular pearls in here, but something catches your eye on the back counter, beyond this display, and within kind of a redwood box, and on a bed of satin, there sits an earring with a black pearl.
Ooh. I'm gonna point at it and say, "What's that?"
That should not be out on the counter. I apologize.
Oh, but please tell me what that is.
That particular item, I really shouldn't sell it. I apologize. I shouldn't even have it out of it.
Oh, but just curious. Please. I kind of give her puppy dog eye.
Persuasion check.
That sucks. 9.
9. She is like, no, I really couldn't. And she kind of looks at Milos and is like, it's a story from our land, and I don't know if I should share it.
Would I know the story?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
What am I history? Oh, it's not great. But that's a 16.
Yeah, so you've heard this, a tale about a specific black pearl that was found by divers in the middle of the oasis. They are said to have found the pearl back in the formation of the oasis itself. It was fished up by a fisherman who mysteriously died 2 days after having presented it to the past queen. And the queen took it as ill omen and advised that the pearl itself should be flung back into the bottom of the oasis and forgotten about. And that happened until it caught the eye of another diver. That diver was said to have gone mad with some kind of brain plague that seemed to be incurable. He wrote mad inscriptions on the walls of his house and in books and parchment, anything that he could write on. And it was said that he lost the ability to speak any comprehensible language by any of the scholars that were in the Oasis at the time. So, again, the pearl was thrown back into the Oasis until somebody else decided to pick it up. But this time, the queen at the time decided, instead of throwing it back, we'll make a fine out of it and put it on display where no one shall touch it. That display has been passed around with the story. And it's become more myth than anything else.
Okay. So I will tell everyone it's had this sordid past. Various people who've had it either have gone mad or died. I would highly advise you not to take it. Probably want to keep your faculty.
But okay, hypothetically, if you were in the mood to sell it, how much? Just hypothetically, I'm not.
Hypothetically, it would sell for 100 gold.
Don't want. Do you want to go crazy?
I've been Still am. My God, how much of that gold did I get? Like, what portion is mine? We got 500. Can I borrow some from people?
You have 50 gold to spend.
Uh,
I don't know if that math sounds right.
okay, well, tell you what, I'll take one of these little white pearls, but we'll be in touch.
And she says the pearl earring will be, if you would like piercing, it'll be 2 gold.
Okay, and I buy it.
I pay for it with my bag money.
With your bag money. Alright. So you get, it doesn't shine as much as the lake pearl does, but it's a pearl.
Yeah.
Was anybody else after anything in the jewelry shop?
I'm not there.
You're not there, but I am asking if after anything.
No, I think I'm good. Let me show. Make pearl, sorry, now show.
So,
Should we go to the bookstore?
You can?
Yes. It's just on the street, right?
and the woman in the store goes, "Please visit us anytime," as she's looking right at Yumilos again, and she definitely does go back down on one knee.
I cracked
Oh my gosh. Thank you for your help. I'll make sure to spread the word of the jeweled chalice.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Now let's get the fuck out of
Been in this town my whole
Okay.
life. I've never seen anyone on their knees so much in the past 2 days.
here.
You should travel with the prince more often.
Not a
Seems like it.
prince.
I kind of pull Milos aside, and I'll kind of say, what was she?
Well, what do you mean, what was she?
You know, what is she? You know, because, you know, she's from where you're from.
She's a person? I don't know what you mean. What are you talking
No, okay, so you're like, a Othar.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's an Ara.
All right. Yeah, of course. So she's like a jeweler, right? Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay.
Same.
I-
Same man.
Okay. I have no idea what that interaction was about. Cool. Store.
So you guys head over towards the bookstore. For you, Marquis, so this is a guard station outside the front door of your lab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, like, I kind of just pictured it more as like my flat in a multi-level kind of apartment thing.
Yeah.
That I've just been like, well, I'm gonna do some chemical shit and hopefully not burn the place down, right? So I'm gonna enter into an adjacent building, go up to its roof, and you know, I like the rooftops because people don't bother me up there.
Fair.
So I'm going to walk a plank that I've placed and then go down. And hopefully, if there are any guards inside, I can try and avoid them.
Yeah, so you appear in one of the, like, I imagine your flat would probably have, like, one of those tiered, like, triangle type glass windows styles. And you peer inside. Doesn't seem to be any guards inside. Your place has definitely been wiped through, though. There are things out of place. Nothing seems to be missing as you open the window and let yourself inside.
Cool.
But it definitely has been.
Yeah. Well, first order of business is I'm going to bar all of the entrances.
Okay.
And I definitely want to study the rest of this corruption.
So you do notice, though, that there is a package on, like, the table next to your main entrance door.
Okay.
It looks like it's wrapped like a gift. Like, it's actually pretty ornate wrapping.
Okay. Definitely multitasking. I'm going to check that. Does this...
There is a small card attached to the outside as well.
Yeah, what does the card say?
Says, thank you so much for your autographed. If there is anything else you need, please let us know. And it is signed and it's just signed with the store name for the Midnight Oil, which is the bookstore that you were at the day prior.
Okay. All right. What's in this?
So you open it, and it is a number of texts and treatises with alchemical breakdowns for a number of items. So these, if you spend time and learn, you can make. They're pretty basic, but they're things that you haven't done in a while or have not completely learned through. So if you want to write them down, it is for purified distilled water.
Just do this. All right.
Quicksilver.
What the fuck? All right.
Adhesive.
Animal glue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. You heard me right.
All right.
Rubber.
That is an H. There's no H's in there.
There are no H's in rubber.
All right.
Well, I mean, rub her. R-U-B-H-E-R.
Yes.
That's rub her.
That's rubber, yeah.
Mm.
And then the other one is for sorry, this is loading up. The next one is for an ether.
Oh, we get to kidnap some bitches.
No, not that kind of ether.
Oh.
Shucks.
Final Fantasy ether.
As in, like, give you more magic back.
Okay.
And then the last one.
Okay.
See, being nice and signing a book is good.
The last one is for eye drops.
For allergies, time for allergy season.
You just got like Lysine.
Yeah.
Or blindness.
Nope. Just allergies.
Yeah. Okay.
We are going to the forest.
Sweet. Well, damn, that's a lot of info.
He gave him a lot of stuff that feels a lot like we're gonna have a Marvel in our future.
Right?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I've only had 2 abilities.
What are abilities?
Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, wrestle it.
Oh,
Ride it into battle.
A little Marlboro pet, so like on a little leash.
Little seedling, little marble seedling.
Yes.
A Marlboro pod.
Yes.
So, yeah, I guess I probably would have been writing this down while I was waiting for things to get going
Mm-hmm.
with all of the equipment. Because I really do want to figure out what kind of uses I can make out of this corruption potion.
So, with your
Vibe, rather.
with your full faculties here, you're able to again, you get advantage for your medicine check for checking this corruption.
Oh, well, I think my medicine's only... that's only a 13.
13. So with that medicine check, you're actually able to produce a lesser poison of corruption. And learn how to make those for the future if you take your time and put it in your book. But you're able to distill one right now in your lab. So you have one of those in your inventory now.
Yeah.
What it does is on a failed con save, DC 13, the failed save reduces the recipient's max HP by 1d10.
Oh. That's a lot.
That's a lesser.
That's...
You have an idea that there are probably
This is something I'm...
further applications for this So I'd say you probably use about half of your vial to produce one of these.
Okay.
So you still have another half a vial, or the other half vial corruption that you picked up.
Okay. I will store this with my other hazardous chemicals in a locked cabinet.
Okay.
Marked, this shit will fucking kill you.
Play with that.
And I guess one one last order of business, because I am definitely alone. I don't feel like I'm being watched. Oh, cool. Well, I get to finally have my mask removed this whole time as well.
Okay.
So I will also eat and drink, because I can't do that in front of people. I also want to figure out what's up with this recording.
The sphere?
Yeah, the recording orb that the Grand Maester gave me.
Yeah. So you watch it again, and it's again is old time dress city guardians in some kind of cavern, and they are surrounding this very giant machina. There are fireflies floating all around the area here, and again that same warning of we need to get out, and then it just like as the machina is coming to life, almost as it seems, it must have attacked the people recording because the sphere cut short there. But yeah, the garb on these city guardians is definitely outdated.
Do I recognize when?
Go ahead and make me a history check.
Or I guess remember even. That's pretty good. Oh, that's 20. 30.
30-20? So this would have definitely have been more than 500 years ago.
Okay.
You're not sure the exact time frame, but it was when it was said that that the church first set up here in Atlas, and perhaps more investigation would tell you with further sources.
Well, I will hang on to it.
Okay.
And I suppose about this time, I should probably get going. So I will sneak out the window again, making sure that all of my locks and bars are in place, and make my way to the bookstore.
Are you wondering what your favorite wacky nerds are up to? Search for Campaigns of the Plains on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and make sure to follow and like us to keep up with all our content and news. You might also find exclusive content for fans only. Remember to catch us on YouTube every Friday at noon for a new episode of Campaigns of the Plains.
So the rest of you arrive at the bookstore, and you see as Marquise now is actually headed towards you guys as well, down one of the side alleys here. But you all meet in front of the Midnight Oil, and you guys go into the bookstore, and there is a half-elf male, rather young, sitting at the front entrance where the checkout would be. And he is deep in a tome right now. He's about 6 foot, 565 pounds, pale skin, short, dirty blonde hair, skinny build. Definitely the scholarly type. And he is almost too busy to pay attention to you. He mumbles something about welcome to the Midnight Oil.
What are you reading?
I'm reading a very long treatise for my studies, if you don't mind.
Do you have any books about Marquise?
The inspector?
Yeah.
And he's, without even, like, looking up to see who it is, like, He's like, over there in True Crime.
Perfect. I wander over.
As you see, as she wanders over to the couple of bookshelves that are dedicated to some of the biographies on the crimes that you've solved here in Alice.
So their cardboard cut out of him.
Like, inspecting a bottle.
Burned into wood.
Yeah. Why
Um,
are there so many?
I would go up to him and say, "Hey, do you have anything on magic in here?"
Whole section on arcane over in the back corner. Without even looking up, he points you in the direction.
Okay, thanks.
He's now
Oh.
copying something from the tome that he is deep into.
Oh, what does it say?
It's a treatise on the formation of the church and how it changed the country.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. You got what you're writing there.
Some people think it is.
Yeah. So what's this treatise for? Are you like a student or something?
I am very, very busy student, yes, and I'm trying to pass my exams so that I do not have to work in this bookstore for much longer.
I think at that point Asher would come up and like slam the book shut and be like, "Your parents wouldn't like you to talk like that."
Yeah, he's like, oh, gee. Here looking for your username.
What did you tell them?
Tell them anything.
Good.
But, like, what did you do?
Just met some new friends. And then
Where's
it's like,
the cubby hole?
what's he do?
He all of a sudden he turns like pink, like, from like cheek all the way to like the tips of his pointy hand falcons. He is just like, you did, huh?
She's today's here who likes to go there.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
It is.
No.
It was a magical place. There were bears.
He looks up and all of a sudden he sees you, Marquise, and like he turns even pinker.
What? So what is he studying? Like, is it?
He's studying a treatise on how the formation or the establishment of the Church of the Faith changed the region.
Interesting. Okay.
So what you gonna be when you graduate?
I will be a professor here in town, so
Do you
Ooh, professor, that's sexy.
yeah. He just kind of looks at you and is like, sure. And he's like, yes, I know a lot of things.
Do you know things about the temples?
Vaguely, yes.
Like Garuda's temple?
Yes.
Could you tell us?
Yeah, it's in the Cavewood. That's where the faith is.
That? I want to know new things.
Like, what?
I don't know. You're going to be the professor. Teach me.
We have a whole section in religion down there that you can purchase from us. I'm sorry, nothing is free in here.
Spending all of my money on Marquise's books.
Just
That's
giving
not
you royalties.
Just kind of turns pink again.
That's okay. You don't have to be embarrassed. Marquise made autographs yesterday for someone at the cubby hole.
You go ahead and make me a perception check.
Wait, you look familiar. Was it him?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm actually good at those. Okay. Oh no, it's a 9.
9? No, you don't quite see it. You're too busy in the section.
I'm talking to them while I'm like looking at all the books.
Yeah. But
I'm just talking.
Marcus, while you're looking, go ahead and give me a perception check advantage since you're standing at the counter.
Oh no way!
Is that 2 natural 20s?
Yes.
Oh shit! You immediately catch that behind the counter in a case, like he's got glass over it and it's propped up and it's open to where you had signed one of the biographies, the books, the book that you signed last night.
I very obviously look to the book, look back to him.
Imagine
kinda-
fast, like
Huh? I just kind of, I'm not going to say anything, but definitely give the nod of, I know who you are.
He just kind of turns super pink and then goes back to scribbling in his book. Anything else I can help you folks
How many
find?
books are there in the true crime for Marquis?
4 Marquis?
Yeah.
There are 5 total.
Pick up 10.
Oh,
2 of each.
Okay,
I'm not giving my mom my collection.
fair enough.
Oh my god. Do you have any books on dragons?
Pillow to fit in there.
Yes, they should be back in the bestiary.
Will the book fit in my magic bag? I got a pillow in there. I got the book in there.
The opening, we'll say, is big enough for the book.
I would like all of these books, please.
He counts them up and he says they're 2 silver apiece, so that's 20 silver.
Or 2 gold?
I look at the bag and I'm like,
Must be on clearance. That's not very expensive.
gold?
He signed them, they want 2 gold.
right.
I give him 2 gold.
Alright, he takes it. The books are yours, so you have 2 copies of 5 autobiographies, or 5 biographies of true crime.
I would like descriptions of each of them books, please, Josh.
No, not unless he actually spends the time to read.
Oh shit, good reading.
Not until then.
They're all gonna be the exact same book, just they're written by different people. I'm gonna specifically ask to a map we can purchase. We're gonna be venturing outside the city.
They're pretty expensive. They're not penned very often, since the mists are always changing, of course, and depending on the area. What's he kind of looks up a little bit. What's you said you're adventuring outside of Adolos? What city-state are you traveling to?
I don't know the city state. We're going to the K-Wood. So whatever city state that's in.
Okay, so you need a map of Emerald.
Yeah, that one.
If you think you need a map, I can lead you there.
I would prefer we have at least something to reference with your wisdom.
Well, the Emerald map, it's mostly along the Great Road. Not too many people have traveled into the forest except for some of the smaller towns, but the forest itself remains greatly unmapped because of the secret tribes, or he looks towards both Asher and Ellie and he says a lot of their folk don't like to be bothered in the woods and will attack folks, so
Ellie's ears just kind of, as he's talking, they slowly...
no offense. No offense, but yes, I'm sorry, the tribes don't like to be bothered. Even some of the Makote tribes don't like to be bothered in the jungles, so not to mention it's a very good place for thieves and other brigands to hide.
Good to know in our travels to look out for thieves.
Not to mention the beast tribes. There's the Ixali that have been hounding the forest takers, so
Good to know.
Safe. I've never felt in danger.
I mean, if you live along one of the main roads, you shouldn't.
I don't.
Okay,
I've spent very little time on the road.
I can tell.
Oh, thank you.
Was there anything else I could help you all find? Your dragon book bestiary is back in bestiary. Should be a few tomes on the dragon's head.
Yeah, so I'll go back and look at some of these bestiaries and specifically looking for some detailed information on onyx dragons and further information, anything interesting about them, like their habits or where they originate from and things like that.
There's a couple volumes, 3 volumes actually, of the what's labeled as the Draconomicon. And one is to deal with the so-called base dragons. One reds, blues, any of the base colors. And then the next one is on metallic dragons, and the final is on crystal dragons.
Okay. And is the onyx and the crystal one, or
Yeah.
yeah? So I'll grab a copy of the crystal one.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go over to the arcane section and see what they have in there.
Is there anything specific that you're looking for?
I mean, Becky's always just looking for like something to expand her repertoire or anything like that. So,
There are a number of spell books that might catch your eye. Roll me an investigation check.
okay, that's a 15.
15. So one catches your eye, and it is a set of 2 books, and they're known as the Astral and Umbral Elemental Arcanum.
Okay, yeah, I'll pick those up and kind of flip through them, and
Yeah, it definitely has a few spells in them. Not a ton, because obviously wizards guard their information, so they're all
right.
spells, but definitely things that you could understand.
Okay. I'll take that set and my dragon book up to the counter.
Okay.
How much for these?
He says the Draconomicon is 4 silver and the Arcanums are 3 silver apiece.
Okay, so a gold.
Basically.
Cool. I slap a gold down.
So the gold's got to come out of the bag. Or are you paying for your pocket?
Yeah, I'll pay with bag money, I guess.
I'll pay with bag money. Okay. How much was the map? How much is the map?
The map itself is 32.
Okay. I hand him 32 gold in a big pile.
All right.
I like.
Yes,
I'm going to check out the religion section to learn more about Garuda, if possible, and maybe who our next target could be. I guess if some further.
Is there a book of all the summons that all the people said?
All of the known AI.
I would like that book because that might be useful for us to have.
Yes, so you have the Aeon Encyclopedia, endorsed by the Church of the Faith, with all of their fun coverings and whatnot, seals of approval, what have you. So yeah, we have all the elementals for the base elements. So
Okay.
there will be a book on them. That one is 8 silver.
Okay, somebody buy something worth 2 silver so I can just hand him a book.
Well, perhaps one of the books that I'm looking at. Garuda and whatnot, 2 silver. So,
Well, she finds one that is all of the Aeon's knowledge. You look the spine, so
okay.
we're like, okay, she's already getting a book that will tell me what I need to know.
I'm just gonna give him a gold. Somebody buy something. I can look at the table. Do you have candy?
No, but he blushes again a little bit, and he, from underneath the counter, pulls out a stack of bookmarkers, and they all have like an image of Marquise on them.
Oh my god.
I was trying to get for 2 silver.
He takes half the stack and
I'm gonna give these out to both. Stack of marquise.
we'll say there's 20 in the stack.
20.
Marquise bookmarks.
I can't believe that I now have friends that are famous and that are royalty.
Right. And does anyone look for books on the area? So
We have a map.
a map is great, but that doesn't really tell us what we really can expect along the way
Can't
and
I
when
tell
we
you
get
though?
there. Have you been to specifically where we need to go?
Yes.
I meant where Garuda is. in where
She looks really sad and her ears kind of droop. And she's like, I have really bad memories of that place. Yes.
I'm not, okay, so you have been there,
Yes.
but you don't remember it.
Very well.
Okay. Are you not interested in sharing for fear of bringing up these bad experiences, or
Yes.
okay?
Perhaps you
So
will elaborate when we get.
Yes.
Yeah. Stop being a jerk, narc.
Didn't any of these books catch your eye at all? Din's over in the corner, bored out of her gourd, like something.
Can I go find like a Dr. Susie like picture book for her and just like give it to her like it's probably just like different animals or whatever, like just one of those like big like these different things.
you know there are places you can go where you can fight the books.
What?
Yep.
I want to fight a book.
They fight back.
Is this a callback to last season?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, I'll never forget.
Almost died to books.
Knowledge is power.
Do you think we've gathered enough information that we can leave now?
Well, we have to get food. And you wanted to go to the far plane, right?
Yes, that's important. Yes. I can go by myself if you want to go and gather stuff for the travels.
Do you need us with you?
No,
Do you want us to come with you?
you don't have to.
That's not an answer.
No, I don't need you.
Right, but he's asking, do you want us?
I mean, you're my friends,
That's a yes.
but I don't need you with me. It's private.
I'm receiving signals. I do not know what to do. I'm going to just let that go, I guess.
I'm going to go, and you can follow me if you so desire.
There you go.
I suppose. But friend is a really strong word for day 2.
This is like day 3.
Is it day 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Well,
Mm.
to be honest with you, the only friend that I had was Reese, and you're the only people that I've known longer than anyone else I've ever known. So you're my friends now.
It's still amazing how everything you say can be incredibly sweet and sad at the same time.
Well, we didn't leave home much because there was nowhere else to go.
Okay, again, keep going on with the sadness. Let's go to this far plane I went.
Sadness, I lived a very happy childhood. Alone. My father's summons kept me company.
It's better than nothing.
Reese. Reese was there all the time.
That is good.
I
Oh.
don't understand. I was very happy.
Alright, so who is accompanying Ellie to the far plane? Din?
I feel like I've been, so I probably wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go? There is the task of finding supplies for the road.
Can anyone go to the far plane? Is that how that works? Can anyone?
Yeah, anybody can go in.
That's what I thought. It's like I can go for myself.
You do know, most of you in the city know that the church would require a tithe to enter. So, it's just a copper.
I only have gold pieces.
Our gold pieces.
I only had gold pieces when I came to town too. My own personal gold. I only have gold pieces.
So,
Asher,
yes.
do you need someone to go with to help?
Yeah, sure. If you need to come, I don't need to go to the far plane.
Okay.
It's not my scene.
Well, I guess everyone else has decided to go with her, so I will help you. So you're
Yes.
not the only one carrying supplies for 6 people.
Oh, 30 gold, please.
I'll take
Okay. So, you have 30 gold for supplies. Or-
I don't know how much supplies are. I hope that's enough.
I'm sure we'll make do.
Yeah, gold left and change.
So you guys go off to get supplies. You guys go off to the far plane. You go towards the inner city, the centermost, and there is a small church that is there. There is also, upon entering, the stairs that lead down to the far plane. The tide box is there. There are a couple of city guardians that are guarding the entrance. They are both water.
I forgot that we were in danger. Hopefully they don't hurt us or arrest us or something.
Why would they do that?
I approach.
They don't uncross their spears.
Put money in the box.
How much money?
A gold, because I only have gold.
Yeah, for everyone.
Perfect.
And they uncross their spears for you to enter.
I'll go to faith.
And they're just gonna nod and like motion you in.
I go in.
I'm following her. I'm like right before she goes in. I'm like, "What is this again?" And
What are you doing?
I'm following her in.
Oh, okay. And you're like, "What is this place?"
Yeah.
All right.
Don't you know what the far plane is?
No.
Oh. Well, it's a way to see those that have passed.
Okay.
Dead, dead people.
So wait, you know that past means dead,
Yeah.
but every other thing you don't get, like there's cinnamon, synonyms to words.
What are you talking about? I understand words.
Okay, but you do know that when people were having fun last night, they were having sex, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have been told that sex is still fun, so they were having fun.
Okay. Let's get this over with. What are we doing here?
We're going to, you know what, let's just go.
You guys descend. The light then picks up a little bit as you pass through this invisible barrier. You kind of feel it kind of tickle your skin as it kind of feels like something brushing, like very thin layer of water brushing against your skin. As there are two more guards outside of that particular barrier. But you pass through and a little chill kind of goes up your spine. And you now come out into this giant, almost ever expansive, what looks to be like flower field. And there is a little small plateau that you see a couple of different families now standing on. And it seems like people are kind of images of people floating in front of them, and they're speaking to them, but the images are just kind of floating and smiling back. But you look beyond, and this place is awash in fireflies. They are floating everywhere, to and fro, and it just seems ever expansive with different plateaued tiers that just seem to stretch out for as far as the eye can see. Above you, you do see like these lines of green energy flowing to and from.
So this is all dead things, right?
Did you just see someone?
Do you think my childhood's down here?
Well, you're still alive, so probably not. But if you have anyone, a loved one, that has passed, they might be here if it were sent.
Few and far in between.
I don't know how do you like get a dead person?
You know
Dead person.
that your father has told you that if you were ever to go to the far plane, you stand at one of its edges and just think about the person that you want to speak with the most.
Okay, gotcha. I do that.
And tell us who appears before you.
Okay. Let me open up things.
Well, I've got the information here, but you can just tell us a name or who it is.
Yeah. So you see, an older, fairly older man. Human. He looks human.
They appear at any age that you remember them most fondly at.
I would say probably like late middle age then.
Okay.
Healthy age. And he's got red hair, although it's like salt and peppered. It's got white in it. And I'm looking. Right, look at the description that I gave you because
He's about 6 foot.
okay.
He'd be about 165 pounds. And you said that he had his summoner robes marked with symbols from the Church of the Faith.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, he'd be wearing his horn.
It's a red horn.
Mm-hmm. Similar to the one that you're wearing, because it is the same thing.
Yep, it is the same horn. You are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's him.
So you guys see this image of this human male with that description kind of floating off of the edge of the plateau as the fireflies all kind of gather and form this image. And he's just kind of smiling down at you.
Hi, Dad. I miss you. I got my home. I guess I just wanted to see you while I was here. I lost Reese, but you probably know that, maybe. I don't know how any of this works after everything, but just wanted to see.
And he just seemed to be beaming down and smiling at her.
Mm-hmm. I think she would just talk to him. I think she just talked to him about what's been going on in her life for a while.
Sure.
Just chatting.
Does anybody else step up to the edge and...
I will walk up to Ellie and try and find some space in between her just talking at this man. How does this work? Do you just think about somebody, or do you have to know what they look like? Or
Think about somebody you want to talk to.
what if I didn't ever meet them?
I don't know. You can try.
Okay. I will concentrate and think about the description that I was told of my younger sister, and see if she appears.
So you think on it. Nobody comes at all.
Maybe I just didn't do it right.
What were you thinking?
Oh well. I was told of my younger sister. She died very young, but she didn't appear to me. I don't know if I never met her. She died before I was born.
Was she sent?
I think so. My parents don't like to talk about it. Refuse to answer any questions.
Maybe you just didn't know her well enough.
Maybe. Like I said, I never met her. I just heard stories about her. She was adorable and how she had flecks of gold in her hair, and I'm assuming she would have been, baby or child. I was just trying to picture what she might look like, but either she's not dead or I'm just not myself.
If she wasn't sent is another option that comes to your mind, Ellie, whether you want to share that.
She thinks it. She doesn't say it.
Yeah.
She just looks at him sadly.
Din or Becky, do you attempt to call anybody?
No, I'm just kind of observing these people and what they're doing.
Most of them seem to, again, be recalling images of people who passed away. A lot of them are crying. Some of them are just sharing. Some of them are just happy to see these folks again. The pilgrimage to get here is a long, arduous journey, and this is the only far plane in this country. So people have to come from very far to see images of their dead loved ones.
I think I'm kind of looking at people. It's kind of a bitch face on.
So nothing's changed.
Nothing. No, well, something has changed. She definitely kind of looks reserved and a little jealous.
Is there any strong thoughts or emotions that are flowing through your head as you think about this?
Yeah, I think she thinks of her, where she grew up and the people she grew up with, and like how she would never have a fond memory of like recalling something.
Just as you think that, the fireflies begin to swarm in front of you just a few feet off of the plateau from where you're standing watching, probably aside from the group. And there is an image of a male that forms beside you, green in skin tincture, black of horn, black of eyes. He is a tiefling. And he now stands a few feet from the edge, smiling at you, a devilish smile.
Who are you?
Just continue to grin in your gentle.
I think I shake my head and start walking away.
And the image dissipates. Is it?
That's it. I start walking back up.
Yeah.
You're really nosy.
Just be nosy. Listen in on everybody. What's that? Yeah.
What's down there?
More plateaus. Flowers of exotics that you've never seen before in any of the lands that you've come across. And fireflies. Again, this place is completely lit by firefly light.
I wonder being really close to people's faces while they're talking to people.
You get a couple of stares, and then finally, like, one of the guards comes over and is like, "Please observe some distance." Follow Becky out. Yeah.
Well, I'm ready to go. I think that's what I needed.
So we'll cut over to the boys buying supplies. You both know the positions of a couple of general stores. Easy enough to find some rations and supplies, anything that you need. If you're just buying like rations, trail rations, water, skins, that kind of thing, whole thing will cost you for 6 different people $3.
Well, that's easy enough. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cheap here. This city is a central trade hub.
Right.
So, not many people travel from the city, or if they do, they're on pilgrimage going back home. So it's pretty cheap supplies to get home. So we'll say that you guys have been able to purchase, we'll call it 14 days worth of trails rations. And if anybody hasn't already gotten a traveler's kit with bedroll, backpack, rope.
Well, I think most of us traveled into the city, so we would have had some of that stuff already.
But at least the trail rations,
Mm-hmm.
which you're going to need.
Yes. The tent. Somebody gets a tent. Right.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd like to buy a tent, we'll consider that part of the price too.
Yeah, I mean, I figure we'll just make sure we have everything we'll need for
Travel.
that journey.
Yeah, so it doesn't take you guys long. And are you having them like delivered to a place, or you guys actually like carry them? Because the good store will drop them off at a location. But
Should we just have them delivered to your?
I don't know if that's the best idea.
Hmm.
The cubby
Are
hole.
we going back to the cubby hole?
Don't know that there's a reason why we need to.
Or where we spend the night tonight?
Okay.
Neither of us were at the inn.
Oh yeah, the crooked troll.
Yeah, we weren't there. The townies are buying stuff for travel. He's like,
Right.
I don't leave.
Well, normally I would just have it delivered to my place, but that's not a good idea.
Yeah,
And I
it's-
suppose it makes sense they'd be watching yours as well.
Yeah. To be honest, I think the cubby hole probably is the best.
So far, that's the only place that the god don't know where we've been.
I know you can really just like pack it full of stuff too, so I'm sure it's like just like extra rooms in the back we can just put things in and Just always cramming it in.
Lots of holes.
Yeah.
You guys gonna have it delivered to the cubbyhole?
We'll just have it delivered there.
All right.
Just make sure you put Marquise's name on it.
Care of Marquis.
Care up to the cubbyhole. Very large. Very nondescript.
Maybe she shouldn't make it so obvious. You don't want the wrong people.
They won't even believe that you're going to the cub. It's
Reverse psychology.
yeah.
It's fine.
All right. So yeah, that literally takes you guys a couple of minutes to do. Are you doing anything else, or?
Well, I actually am kind of curious about the bar plane. I've never gone there. I've had no reason to.
Meet us inside. We were there for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you want to go back, that's fine. I've never been there, and I'm curious to see what they're getting up to.
I have no interest in going there. It's not my scene.
Well, then I
Go
will.
to the cubby.
I will. I'll just make sure everything gets delivered.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Spin on that bed.
Oh,
Okay. So yeah, I guess we will separate. I will go and see what they're doing.
Okay. So you travel over to the small church that has the entrance to Parkland, and never been here. I mean, it's kind of like one of those, like you've lived in New York, but you've never been to the Statue of Liberty kind of thing.
Yeah.
So close.
I've got all this time I live here. I'll just go
Yeah, some other time. Exactly.
infinite tomorrows.
Everyone knows you only go when you have people from out of state visit you.
That's fair.
It's like how when we have friends or family come here, we're like, all right, let's go to Mount Rushmore.
You know. All right. Entrance is guarded, obviously. Tied to pay is a copper.
I suppose I've got a copper of my own. I can just, I'll just
Drop a copper.
Yeah.
Okay. The guards uncross their spears for you, allow you to go down, and you travel down in, and then you start traveling along, and you hit that force field. Go ahead and make me a con save.
Oh, save. Oh, that's a 11.
11. This force field begins to burn your skin.
The fuck?
You try to force yourself past it. It hurts. It hurts a lot. And you look down at your hands and you start seeing them kind of shake. Becky, Din, you guys were the first ones to leave the bar plane. You now start to come back out. Becky, you were the first one to leave. You look and you now see, standing at where you remember that thin veil to be, Marquise, and he is, like, shaking as he is at that force field. Go ahead and make me another con save.
Fuck. Yeah. Oh, 9.
You see, Becky, as fireflies start to form around Marquise.
Oh, hey, Marquise. I think it's broken. I saw someone that I don't know. It's weird. Hey, what's going on? Are you okay? Hey, Marquise.
Seem to Marquise. Now, Marquise, and you have to make a decision at this point to either attempt to try to force yourself through this force field or back the fuck off.
Can we see that in pain or anything like that? Or so?
It is starting to, like...
I guess, oh man, I'm just sort of curious now, like, if this is something like, okay, you just kind of get through it and it's fine. Maybe this is...
Hey, did that door hurt for y'all?
Yeah, like, this is weird. I've never been here. Why? You know what? There's a morbid curiosity I have to see.
Alright, go ahead and roll me another con save. But yeah, so now Din, you see Marquise as he is like shaking and trying to force himself through, and the fireflies are like swarming around.
Hey, that's good. 17.
17? You manage to force your way through the portal, but as soon as you do, fireflies start to flow out from you.
What? The ones that were swarming me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I see this from where I'm at? Because I was right behind. Like,
No, this is down the
Oh.
tunnel. So those of you that get Lafayette do not see this, but Din and Becky see this. Every step that you take in here, Marquise, folks, feels like you're losing your concentration and focus.
Why would anyone want to be here?
Are you okay? You don't look so good. It's not really that energy.
I've never... My entire body. What is this? Is there some sort of magic? Did I miss something on the... And I suppose at this point, what, am I, like, barely even able to stand anymore? Like,
Yeah, like every step that you take in here is heavy. Like it takes you extreme focus to even take a step and form a thought, and your words are beginning to kind of slur.
okay. I think I've had enough of this bullshit. I'm gonna try to see if I can maybe start, I don't know, even crawling if I have to, my way out.
So you see again, guys, as Marquise is like shaking, and these fireflies are falling, like flying out from his body.
I'm gonna say, okay, you're freaking me out, and I'm gonna like grab his arm and start dragging him up the stairs.
Okay, you're helping too. Go ahead and make one last con save as they pull you through. Like you start to like easily go through the barrier, but like pulling Marquise through the barrier is like pulling is like pulling dead weight behind you as you hit the barrier again.
19?
19? Yeah, you manage to hold yourself together, and once you finally, like, you go through that burning sensation again, but as soon as you get to the other side of the barrier, like, you can instantly feel yourself start to resolve again.
Seriously, none of you.
No, what was that?
It's real.
It's about this time, Milos, you and Ellie come back through the portal, and you see that Din and Becky have hold of Marquise, like, had helped him back up the stairs or something.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I'm not sure what that was.
But what was?
They didn't want me there.
What, the far plane? Did you try to go through? And it didn't let you? That I ever heard?
About this time, you guys hear like some kind of alarm going off, and you hear as city guardians are like coming down the stairs, and they're like, "Clear the way! Clear the way!"
Against the wall, like to get out of their way. I grabbed Marquise and pulled him out of the way too.
So you see them as they go down, and they are checking like the magical wards along the gate itself.
What's the matter?
Seems that some of the gate's wards have been triggered. An unsent must have tried to test the barrier.
What is that?
What does that mean?
Means something tried to get out of the park.
Did one of you try to bring someone with?
I'm looking at Marquise really concerned right now.
Hopefully you find out what it was.
Okay, well, this was a lot of fun, guys. Let's go back to the gay club and get ready for our trip, I guess.
Oh, those are lines I never thought I'd ever hear in my entire life. So, like, weekly.
It
Gets what's going down, right? Like she kind of gets it. I feel like she would get it.
maybe
Yeah.
she makes the connection.
I feel like she would make the connection.
Well, I mean, Peace was trying to go in,
Yeah. But he wouldn't let go in.
and they were saying something was trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually trying to get out, so it didn't let him in.
But he wasn't. It just
But you don't know that.
know that.
Only Din and Becky know that he made it through the barrier. Or not. Milos, you and Ellie do not know. It's on the barrier.
What did it feel like when you tried to go in?
Like fire and acid and stabbing needles all over.
Okay, that doesn't seem normal. Did you make it in, or did you give up?
I don't really know. I've never been there. I don't know what constitutes as in.
Did you make it past the barrier?
I'm assuming the barrier is when it starts to hurt.
Well, it doesn't hurt when I go in. So, if it hurt the entire time, I'm gonna guess you were in. Maybe. I don't know. You guys
Yes.
there. What happened?
She walked in there and then he fell over. And then we pushed him out.
then the
That
alarm-
seems like an oversimplification.
And then the alarms went off?
Perhaps we should be having this conversation right here.
I meant I meant
Well, no, like we were,
Yeah.
because
the conversation is happening on the way to the gay club.
Okay. We didn't specify.
So yeah, within a few minutes, you guys reach the company hole. Asher is checking a few packages outside with the Minotaur guard, being like, "Why did you have stuff delivered here?"
We're staying again.
Oh, okay.
We really liked the room with the spinny bed, and we would like to rent it again.
Everybody loves that.
yeah.
See why?
Oh my god.
We're not leaving the city today to go to the forest.
I mean, it's been a full day.
That's true. Let's, we need to talk. Just,
I'm sure there's a lot to discuss. We have a
no.
long journey ahead of us.
No. You and I need to have a conversation.
I'm not sure that I want to talk about things with you.
No, about what happened at the forest lake.
Yeah, I don't have any answers for you, so
Questions for you that could lead to some answers.
I literally just said I don't have answers for you.
You don't know what my questions are.
That is accurate.
All right. So, you guys are probably gonna help Asher take the supplies down
Yeah.
to your guys' room. You rent the room again, same price.
More food. We order food again.
Yeah.
Extra food.
I mean, it is their biggest room, so again, it will be 2 gold for the night with food.
I dump the gold. 2 gold. Why do I have the money? Ugh.
Oh yeah,
Inventory.
I've got
2 gold. You keep it. It's yours now. I already took it out of my inventory.
And that is where we will end this episode.
Da-da-da!
One thing's for sure. The cubby hole is where all the horny people stay. Oh my god. Fucking hilarious.